Hey guys and gals, welcome back to another Vinny Vid Productions video. If you guys enjoy watching layout updates, scratch builds on a budget, run op sessions, how-to, train shows, contests, and reviews, scroll your mouse down here and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. If you like the vid, give it a thumbs up. Share this video on other media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and other model railroad forums. Help support my channel by donating to my PayPal account or using my Amazon link to make your purchases. Both links are in the Show More section in this video down below. Let's get started. Alright guys, this is a video that's been requested by a couple of my new subscribers. It's going to entail me doing an overall view of my layout. This is pretty much a prototypical layout that is modeled after BNSF's Peavine Sub that's here in Phoenix, Arizona, and runs up to Ash Fork, Arizona. It's about 80% prototypical and about 20% non-prototypical, and the reason why I have the non-prototypical parts in there is because something that we all suffer from, and that's a lack of room. I put some industries in places that they're not supposed to be. There's some bridges and stuff that are not in the proper places, but overall the layout is represents pretty much the railroad that I want to model. We're going to start off by doing an overview of the rooms that they're in, because I occupy 2 rooms, and we'll start from the beginning and we'll work around as if the train was going around the layout, and I'll explain everything as I go along. So, with that being said, let's get started on the video. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we're going to start off in room number 1. From that wall right there, all the way down to that wall right there is approximately 11 feet, and that includes me using the closet that was in this room. This room was originally a bedroom. And from that wall right there to that room right there, to that wall right there, is approximately 10 feet. So this room is not very big, as you can see. Anyhow, we're going to start off here at Mobest Yard. Mobest Yard is located just a few blocks north of Phoenix proper. In my yard, I have approximately 10 track. The first 4 track here are for freight. These 3 track here are for tankers that will be helping supply Love's gas stations fuel. It's the depot, it's the distribution center. So now that we got that established, we'll move on down. Each one of my track will hold approximately 15 to 18 cars depending on which track it's on. Then we have my engine facility. There's 5 track in there, and one that will go to eventually my turntable that I'll have in there. Mobest Yard does have a turntable, and it is operational, and they just use it to turn locomotives around. For the industries, directly adjacent to the engine facility is SRNG Cement. This will be one of the delivery points of my jacs cement plant. Actually what they do here is just load up mixer trucks. Move across the road, and this road right here is 19th Avenue, and it runs north and south. Yes. The industry back there is called Sand Plumbing. They have retail stores around town, and this is where they get their shipments. Next to that would be a the small building there is a heavy equipment leasing office. That building there is a heavy equipment and truck repair shop. And the most iconic place here in Phoenix is Smith Pipe and Steel. They do not get any more rail service, and neither does the Sand Plumbing. But my railroad is going to have rail service to them. We'll come across the track here, and again, adjacent to the yard is Paramount Petroleum, which is no longer Paramount Petroleum. It's an asphalt place. I don't know why they changed, but they did. This here is the depot that is not in use anymore, but I decided because it was such an iconic place that I wanted to have it on my layout. And as you can see, my yard is still under construction right now. There are 3 reversing sections on this layout, and where that train is sitting right now is one of them. And it will come around here and go around the back side and come out down here. Now these 2 tracks are multi-purpose. One would be for the Amtrak to stop at the station, and by the way, the station is not in the prototypical place, but I wanted it because it's such an iconic fixture of Phoenix. The second track would be my arrival departure track for the yard, and also it would be the service track for Fernazona. Now Fernazona is not in the proper place, but I thought it was a good spot to put it because of, again, lack of room. This track here is the other side of the reversing section. Next we have Western Refining. I don't know what they do there, but they do get tankers and boxcars. And across from that is Mariani Distributing. They get tankers and hoppers, and they do sugar products. Now that all of that's been said, we can move on into room number 2. And just to remind all you guys that all of my buildings that you see on here, except for a few, are all scratch built by me. So, with all that being said, let's go ahead and move on into the other room. Alright guys, what you're looking at right now is the trackage that goes throughout the United States for BNSF. This right here is what I model. And it starts here in Phoenix, and it goes up to Williams Junction, and this here is the BNSF Transcon that goes all the way out to California. Anyhow, let's begin here. So, when we get to this point right here, and excuse this wire that I just got hanging down here, the train will come out this way, and the first stop would be Hutig Building Products. This is prototypical, and it's in pretty much the prototypical area that it's supposed to be. As we move further down, we got Builders Express, which is right across the street from Hutig, and it also is in the proper place. Then we got Prax Air. Prax Air deals with welding supplies and different types of gases. The building back there is going to be a special building for one of my subscribers, and you'll see that in one of my upcoming videos. Now, some of the unprototypical stuff that I have on my layout is this right here. This is my ethanol plant. It's not prototypical, at least not for this area. There may be an ethanol plant further down, downtown Phoenix. This small yard right here is called the Phoenix Overflow Yard, and they will distribute cars for the ethanol plant and for the other industries that are here in North Phoenix. You got SFP Plastics. They receive plastic pellets, and I don't know exactly what they produce, what they do. And then on the other side, we have Sun Electronics, LexJet Manufacturing, Modular Systems, and Big D's Flooring Supplies. Over here, we have a non-rail related industry. It's SAS, which is Sestito Auto Salvage. And then as we go across the road right here, we have a couple of, a little small warehouse, a 7-Eleven, and a gas station, and some other type of building right there. Now I mentioned that there was 3 reversing sections. So, if the train, sorry if I'm going too fast here, if the train comes in and it's on the outside track, it'll continue around until it gets to just before the helix. And if I have the turnout set for straight ahead, it will go around the helix and come out here, and that would be my second reversing unit, and then it will continue around and go back into room number 1. So I can have a train continuously running if I wanted to. Now, with the turnout set for the helix, it will go up the helix, and the helix is 7 loops, 2% grade, 20-inch radius. When it comes out the helix, it will cross over the Agua Fria dry river. Again, it's not in the proper place because of lack of room. And just on the other side of the bridge will be the beginning of Castle Hot Springs. Castle Hot Springs is a very important part of this layout because it does the exchange between the California cars, California-Arizona cars, and the BNSF Railroad. And that happens every day of the week. What you're looking at here is the Morristown flyover. And the road right here is Grand Avenue. Grand Avenue runs for a fairly long distance, probably 70 or 80 miles. What you'll find here is a Shell gas station, a Burger King, and a McDonald's. Then we have the Hassayampa River, and that is prototypical, and it travels along the route right here, and finally comes out down here. Then we have this roundabout that's just outside of Wickenburg. And the little building I have back there is just a spoof for one of my subscribers, David Durbin. It's called the Redneck and City Slickers Disc Repair Shop. Just a spoof because we both like cars, hot rods. As the train travels further, it'll go over the Wickenburg Bridge and enter Old Town Wickenburg. And these buildings here are not completed yet. Shame on me for not doing them yet. But I've been so busy with other stuff, it's hard to get things done on my own layout. Then we have a passing siding back here, and as you can see, it'll go back into the other room. Now there is a depot in Wickenburg. It's not in use anymore, and they do have a steam engine sitting there, and I just want you to know that this steam engine here was donated by Bill Vassar. So, now that we got this room done, let's walk back into the other room. I'm kind of tethered with my camera here because my battery life doesn't last very long. So we'll walk back into the other room and we'll continue the tour. So now we're back into room number 1. As the train comes back out there, it will either go into the Matthew Y. Now the Matthew Y is where the Arizona-California comes in, and this would be the third reversing section because we can actually turn our locomotive around there and set it in a different direction. This will have 3 tracks up here. One will be for incoming, one will be for staging, and one will be for outgoing. As we continue on down, we will cross over Little Hill Canyon Bridge. If you guys have been watching my updates, you know that I've been working on that, and I will continue working on that as soon as I get the opportunity to do so. And the track will continue, go around the back side of the mountain, and come out way back there, and continue its journey, and come out there. And when it comes out there, we're going to be entering Drake Cement. Now in Drake Cement, I have two sidings. One will be for drop-offs and the other will be for switching. There is a runaround in there. The track will continue around the backside there, and as it comes across here, it will go over Hell Canyon Bridge. And these are focal points that I wanted on my layout because they are iconic places to see. So we'll continue around, and we finally hit the most upper level of the layout, right up here, and that'll be entering Ash Fork. We'll continue around on Ash Fork, and it also will have 3-track up there, the same as the one below it. And if I had the room, it will continue to Williams, to BNSF Transcon. But for now, work is still in progress on my layout, and hopefully I can get this done soon. Because September, I know it sounds like it's pretty far away, but in September I am going to be hosting the group that I belong to, Run Session. Anyhow, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this little tour on my layout, and as always, your questions, comments, inputs, subs, shares, and likes are always welcome. For now, that's all folks. BNSF 6951 out.